We're going to start this video with the game that I think has the least challenging jackals out of all of the Halo games, and that game is Halo 3 ODST. This is a little strange because in Halo 3 ODST we play as an ODST, we don't play as a Spartan. We don't have all of the augmentations that a Spartan has. In ODST we don't even have a protective energy shield to shield us from the Jackal's fire. The shielded Jackals holding an energy gauntlet in Halo 3 ODST aren't that hard to take down, especially if you have the tactical magnum. Just one quick shot in the hand and then a quick shot to the head takes them down instantly. Also notice here that the Jackals in Halo 3 ODST and pretty much every enemy in Halo 3 ODST has a set range at which they will attack you. If you go outside that set range, the Jackals won't fire at you. This makes it very easy to take down shielded Jackals because the tactical magnum can shoot very well outside of this effective range of the Jackal. And you may be very surprised to know that this also affects the Jackal snipers in Halo 3 ODST. The Jackal snipers in Halo 3 ODST cannot shoot you if you are outside their effective range. Now this rule is true in all of the Halo games, but in Halo 3 ODST the maps are so open that a lot of times you can outrange most Jackal snipers. And because they have a helpful little light on their head, it's very easy to see them from far away. I think taking away this little light on the top of the Jackal's head would make them a much more formidable enemy. Also, if you have full health in Halo 3 ODST, a Jackal sniper hitting you with their sniper rifle will not kill you. Now, if you take any amount of damage and then get hit by a Jackal sniper, you'll die instantly. But also take into the fact that a lot of times the Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST Jackal snipers shoot a warning shot. That's at least what I like to call it. A lot of times the Jackal snipers in Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST, when they shoot at you for the first time, they will miss. Shortly after, their second shot almost always hits you, and if you're low on shields in Halo 3 ODST, you'll definitely die. But that first warning shot gives you enough time to set your aim and take down the Jackal sniper. So for this reason and all of the other reasons, the Jackals in Halo 3 ODST fall at the bottom of the list.
Send me your coordinates. I'll see what I can do about clearing an evac route on my way to you.
The next Jackals on our list are the Jackals from Halo 4. And to be honest, it was very hard to decide which Jackals belonged at the bottom of the list, Halo 3 ODST or the Halo 4 Jackal. The Sniper Jackals in Halo 4 are also a two-shot kill. If you're at full health as the Master Chief in Halo 4 and a Jackal hits you, you're not gonna die. And because the Halo 4 Jackal snipers have a nice little bright light on the top of their head, they're very easy to headshot. So sure, that first shot from a Jackal sniper is gonna scare you, but you're gonna know exactly where they're shooting from and be able to take them out. They also have a set range like we talked about earlier. If you're outside of a Jackal sniper's set range in Halo 4, he will not shoot at you even if he's looking directly at you. The Jackals wielding energy gauntlets aren't that strong either. One quick shot in the hand and then one quick shot in the face kills the Jackal instantly. But in Halo 4, sometimes the Jackals don't even have to be shot in the hand first. They'll run away, exposing their head, leaving them open for an easy headshot. I will say, the shielded Jackals that carry a Needler can be fairly deadly, especially when they're in a group. They're a great support enemy. Alone, they're not too much to deal with, but they do have pretty high damage per second with the Needler in Halo 4. But the Halo 4 AI is insanely bad at trying to find you from behind cover. If you go behind cover in Halo 4, most enemies in the game have a terrible time trying to find you, and because of this, they won't rush you. So even if a Jackal does get you pretty low on health, all you have to do is hide behind a rock, pop out, and kill him. And for all of these reasons, the Halo 4 Jackals are this low on the list.
We good, Hocus?
She's a little crook, Sergeant Major. But she'll hold.
All right, pop the hatch.
Now I know this may seem weird that the Halo 3 Jackals rank higher than the Halo 4 Jackals and the Halo 3 ODST Jackals because Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST use very similar AI in their game design. But there are some subtle differences that allow the Halo 3 Jackals to be a lot stronger than the Halo 3 ODST and Halo 4 Jackals. Say what you will about the Halo 3 AI, it can be a little dumb at times. But for some reason, the Jackals in Halo 3 seem to be a lot smarter and a lot more accurate when they're fighting Master Chief. The difference here is that in Halo 3, even with full health, you will not survive a Jackal sniper shot on legendary difficulty. So while the Halo 3 Jackal AI will give you one warning shot, which gives you plenty of time to line up a headshot, if you miss that headshot, you're definitely going to die. However, the shielded versions of the Jackals in Halo 3 are just about as strong as the shielded Jackals in Halo 4 and Halo 3 ODST. Really not that hard to take down. Quick shot to the hand, quick shot to the head, that's all you have to do. They are a strong support class, which can definitely give you trouble when they are fighting in a group, especially alongside brutes in Halo 3. But if you're fighting a Jackal alone in Halo 3, there's really nothing you have to worry about.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this. Thanks. Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring. They call it Halo.
1 moment, sir. Accessing the Covenant BattleNet. According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. If I'm analyzing this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable power.
That's true. The Covenant kept saying that whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see. I have intercepted a number of messages about a Covenant search team scouting for a control room. I thought they were looking for the bridge of a cruiser that I damaged during the battle above the ring. But they must be looking for Halo's control room.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon, and the Covenant gain control of it, they'll use it against us and wipe out the entire human race. Chief, Cortana, I have a new mission for you. We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control room. Marines, let's move!
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Chief, you have the point.
I feel like so far in this video, we've talked about Jackals that are fairly one-dimensional. It seems like the last 3 Halo games that I've brought up have had very, very close Jackals, with only minor differences putting them ahead or below of each other. But I think if we have to bring up one-dimensional Jackals, Halo Combat Evolved takes the cake. There is only one version of the Jackal in Halo Combat Evolved, and that is the Energy Gauntlet Jackal that you see here. But I think at least on Legendary and Halo Combat Evolved, the Jackals are pretty hard to deal with, even though they're very one-dimensional. To start, the Jackals in Halo Combat Evolved on Legendary difficulty shoot their plasma pistols insanely fast and insanely accurate. As a support class, they can down you very quickly, especially when they have something like an elite soaking up damage for them. But they don't always necessarily need an elite to soak up damage in the first place. Unlike the previous shielded Jackals on this list, Halo Combat Evolved shielded Jackals are one of the first ones to actually put up a decent fight with their energy shield. They don't go down easy, especially if you don't have a precision weapon. The Halo Combat Evolved sandbox is pretty narrow, and there aren't a lot of weapons that can easily take down a Jackal's shields. Now, if you're up close, it's a lot easier with the Halo Combat Evolved sandbox, but if you're far away, the Jackals with their insanely accurate and insanely fast rate of fire plasma pistols will take you down. Now, the Jackals in Halo Combat Evolved aren't perfect. Some of them have broken AI and won't dodge grenades altogether, which is one of the best ways to take them down. And while they are generally very good at keeping their shields up and making themselves very hard to kill, if you can kill an elite in their vicinity, they will scatter just like a grunt. This makes them very easy to kill. But of course, you have to go through the pretty tough Halo Combat Evolved elites.
It hasn't already.
Maybe, but according to Holland, the Covenant are still hunting for something.
Where does he get off calling a demolition a priority one?
Come on, get in!
Let's go! Come on!
Close the doors! Faster!
In contrast with Halo Combat Evolved, the Jackals of Halo Reach are very diverse. Thing is, the Jackals in Halo Reach aren't that difficult. You'd think with how smart a lot of the enemies in Reach are, the Jackals in Halo Reach would be a lot harder to deal with. But for the most part, the Jackals of Halo Reach aren't that strong. The shielded Jackals can be taken down very easily with almost any weapon in the game. Jackal snipers either carry a needler rifle or they carry a focus rifle. None of them carry a beam rifle because the beam rifle doesn't exist in Halo Reach. This means that Jackal snipers, while accurate, don't kill you instantly, which takes away a lot of their power. The one thing that puts Jackals in Halo Reach this high up on the list are the skirmishers. These are fast, unshielded versions of the Jackals. Skirmishers are technically a subspecies of Jackals. Still Jackals, just a little bit bit different. But unfortunately, during the battles of Halo Reach, most of the skirmishers were wiped out, and they are some of the hardest things to deal with in a large battle. They have increased speed and agility, and they are very fast. They will flank you, they will jump to high places and shoot you from above. Often the first time you start firing at a skirmisher, they will dodge and keep firing at you. The skirmishers in Halo Reach have incredibly smart AI, and just a couple of them can take you down pretty easily. But they're even more deadly in a group, especially when coupled with the insanely strong elites of Halo Reach. With Jackals in other Halo games, especially the ones lower on this list, you can sort of take your time. You can hide behind cover, bait out the Jackals, or use grenades. But if you're playing Halo Reach, these skirmishers will rush you. You have to be quick and you have to be accurate. If you mess up, there's a good chance that you could die. But then again, there's a good chance that almost everything in Halo Reach can kill you. And then when it's cheap, I'll buy the game. Oh! Yeah, my Xbox gamer picture, it's a parrot. Oh, we all got wrecked. Buck's gonna get wrecked too, 100%. Yep, there it is. Awesome! Like Halo Reach, there are also many variations of the Jackals in Halo 5. There aren't any skirmishers in Halo 5, but there are still many variations. You have Jackals that carry storm rifles, some that carry carbines, you have the shielded Jackals, and of course, the sniper Jackals. But the Halo 5 Jackals made it this high up on the list for a good reason. I will say that the only poor Jackal in Halo 5 are the Jackals that carry a storm rifle. First off, the storm rifle Jackals don't have any shields. Also, Jackals tend to shoot you from far away, and if you've ever tried to long range kill someone with a storm rifle, you'd know that it's very hard to do. Almost impossible. It is impossible. But the rest of the Jackals make up for it in Halo 5. They're very hard to kill. Unshielded Jackals with carbines are very accurate and almost always take at least half of your shields away. 2 shots from a carbine will completely take your shields off, and that makes it very easy for something as simple as a grunt to take you down. The shielded Jackals are very hard to stun, even if you're shooting directly into their hands. In all of the previous Halo games, killing a shielded Jackal was very easy. All you had to do was shoot the hand and then shoot the head, but you can't do that as easily in Halo 5. That's not to say that shielded Jackals can't be stunned, it just takes a lot more accuracy, and since the weapon tuning test updates, Halo 5's weapons are a lot less accurate. Now, Jackals in Halo 5 do a pretty terrible job of dodging grenades, but if you're out of grenades and you're out of a precision weapon, one Jackal can pretty easily kill you. Jackals in Halo 5 sometimes do have a tendency to do this dumb thing where they put their shield down and just leave their head open, but this doesn't happen that often. But if we move over to the Jackal snipers, these things are very annoying. For starters, even at full health in Halo 5 on Legendary, one Jackal sniper can take you down. It's not an instant kill because in Halo 5, instead of dying, you go down first. But this is actually where a lot of the Jackal's headache starts. If you request to be revived from your teammates, a lot of times your team will come over, start to revive you, and then that same Jackal that took you down will take your teammate down. So a lot of times getting hit by a Jackal sniper means that you don't just die, you have to sit there for an extra 30 seconds and wait for all of your teammates to try to revive you and then also get killed by a Jackal sniper. It's insanely annoying and one of the worst things that can happen to you on Legendary difficulty. But if we're going to be speaking about some of the most annoying Jackals in all of the Halo universe, I think most of us know what's coming up next. I don't know if there's too many people out there that have ever played Halo 2 on Legendary that would ever say that there are any other Jackals in all of the Halo universe that could top the Halo 2 Jackals. If you've never played Halo 2 on Legendary before, take my word for it that these things are going to ruin your day. Let's start by talking about the shielded Jackals. Like the Halo 5 Jackals, these things do not get stunned by shooting them in the hand with a battle rifle. They do get stunned, it's just very difficult. It takes a couple shots, which means you have to pump bullets into them if you want to get a headshot. And using a grenade, which usually works in all of the other Halo games to kill Jackals, doesn't work in Halo 2 either because they're very good at dodging grenade throws. The shielded Jackals alone can be a very hard enemy to deal with. But let's move on to the main event, the Halo 2 Jackal snipers. These things do not miss. There is no warning shot. They kill you with one bullet, and they're gonna kill you. It doesn't matter if you're out in the open or you're hiding behind cover. If you poke your head out, these Jackal snipers will see you and they will kill you. The only real way to combat a Jackal sniper is with speed, and you have to also know exactly where they spawn, because they don't have any bright light on the top of their head to show you that they're there. A lot of times you'll just be walking through a level and bang, you're dead. If you've never played played Halo 2 before, don't start by playing on Legendary because you don't know where all the Jackal locations are. And the only way to take these things down is by knowing exactly where these Jackals are hiding and getting the drop on them. I ran some tests, and on average, if you have a Jackal that doesn't even know you're there and alert it, you have about 80 frames to take the shot. If you're playing on the Master Chief Collection, that's a little over a second. But if a Jackal sniper in Halo 2 already knows your position, say you've been shooting some elites or throwing some grenades, you can have as little as 30 frames to take that shot, which is half a second if you're playing on the Master Chief Collection. Like I said before, the only way to take down the Jackal snipers on Legendary difficulty is rot memorization. If you don't know exactly where they are going to kill you. And the Jackal snipers, as well as the shielded Jackals in Halo 2, is what puts Halo 2 all the way at the top of my list. Let me know what you guys think about my lists and ratings down in the comments section below. If you made your own list at the start of this video, how did yours stack up to mine? I got a ton of support on the video that I did about which Halo games had the strongest elites, and that was the inspiration for this video. And you can bet that more are to come, so subscribe if you'd like to see these. You can actually subscribe by clicking the logo in the left of your screen. And if you click the link on the right, you can figure out which Halo game had the strongest elites. I want to thank you all for watching. Please stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.